Have you ever felt confused why some electromagnetic fields are friendly, and all others are not? I did too, and it started happening more and more often. So, I decided to explore a little more to find out. Join me in this short trip in the world of frequencies. By the way, I recommend you subscribe to our channel to be notified when we release more exploring videos. To understand why some EMFs are dangerous and others are therapeutic, we have to look at the electromagnetic spectrum. All EMFs are essentially waves of energy traveling through space, but they differ wildly in their frequency, how fast the waves vibrate, and wavelength, the distance between the peaks of the waves. The spectrum is divided into two major categories: ionizing radiation and non-ionizing radiation. Ionizing radiation, the dangerous end. Ionizing radiation is high frequency, short wavelength energy. This includes X-rays and gamma rays. This type of radiation carries so much energy that it can physically knock electrons out of atoms, breaking DNA bonds and causing direct cellular damage and cancer. Non-ionizing radiation, the gray area and amp, the healing end. Non-ionizing is lower frequency, longer wavelength energy. This includes visible light, microwaves, radio waves, Wi-Fi, and the Earth's natural magnetic field. Because they cannot break chemical bonds, they were traditionally thought to be biologically harmless, a premise modern science is rapidly reconsidering. The dangerous EMFs, also called electrosmog. While your Wi-Fi router won't instantly mutate your DNA like an X-ray, chronic exposure to artificial, high-frequency, non-ionizing radiation, electrosmog, is increasingly linked to cellular stress. The danger of modern EMFs, like 5G, Bluetooth, and Wi-Fi, isn't that they cook our cells, but that their chaotic, artificial frequencies interfere with the body's subtle electrical communication systems. Voltage-gated calcium channels, VGCCs. Research suggests that artificial EMFs force the VGCCs in our cell membranes to stay open too long. This floods the cell with excess calcium, triggering a cascade of oxidative stress and massive free radical production. The sleep disruption loop. The pineal gland is a tiny, pine cone-shaped endocrine gland located deep in the center of the brain. Its primary function is to act as your body's internal light meter, interpreting the light-dark cycle of your environment to produce and release melatonin. This hormone is essential not only for regulating your circadian rhythm and sleep cycle, but also for acting as a potent intracellular antioxidant that drives overnight cellular repair. Chronic exposure to the blue light spectrum, a form of EMF, and radio frequency fields suppresses the pineal gland's production of melatonin. This doesn't just disrupt sleep, it robs the body of its most potent intracellular antioxidant, accelerating aging and metabolic dysfunction. The friendly EMFs, the Earth's pulse. Not all EMFs are foreign to the human body. In fact, human biology evolved over millions of years perfectly tuned to the Earth's natural electromagnetic frequencies. The Earth itself hums with a low-frequency electromagnetic field, primarily around 7.83 Hz. It is called the Schumann resonance. This natural frequency acts as a tuning fork for the human brain and nervous system, closely mimicking the alpha/theta brainwave states associated with deep relaxation and cellular repair. The grounding effect. When we make direct physical contact with the Earth, earthing/grounding, we absorb its natural, negative electrical charge. This acts as a massive antioxidant reservoir, neutralizing the positively charged free radicals generated by both normal metabolism and artificial EMF exposure. Friendly EMFs for biohacking. This brings us to the cutting edge of regenerative health, taking the exact, beneficial frequencies found in nature and concentrating them into a delivery system to force the body to heal. This is the science of pulsed electromagnetic field, PEMF, therapy. Unlike the chaotic, constant blast of a Wi-Fi router, PEMF devices deliver short, specific, low-frequency bursts of electromagnetic energy directly into the tissues. What is mechanism of action and how PEMF hacks the cell? Mitochondrial activation. PEMF stimulates the mitochondria, the cell's powerhouses, to increase ATP production. More ATP means the cell has more raw energy to repair tissue and clear waste. Microcirculation. The magnetic pulses cause red blood cells to separate, reversing the Rouleau's effect where cells clump together due to stress, massively increasing oxygen delivery to peripheral tissues. Cellular membrane voltage. A sick or inflamed cell has a low voltage drop across its membrane. PEMF essentially acts like a wireless charger for the cell, restoring the healthy transmembrane potential needed for optimal nutrient uptake and waste removal. In conclusion, creating your biological shield focuses on actionable protocols. You cannot escape artificial EMFs in the modern world, but you can build biological resilience against them while leveraging the good ones. Distance is your best friend. The inverse square law states that the power of an EMF drops exponentially as you move away from the source. Simply keeping your phone off your body and turning off your Wi-Fi router at night eliminates a massive percentage of your exposure. Nutraceutical armor. Since the primary damage of electrosmog is oxidative stress via excess intracellular calcium, supplementing with high absorption magnesium, nature's calcium channel blocker, and molecular hydrogen can mitigate the damage. Have you been using nutraceuticals? Why would we need them? Is our nutrition bringing what our body used to get from it? Unfortunately, due to modern agricultural practices like soil depletion and selective breeding for yield, the nutrient density of our whole foods has significantly declined over the last century. As a result, high-quality nutraceuticals are increasingly necessary not just to prevent basic deficiencies, but to bridge the gap and achieve optimal cellular health. Nutraceuticals' appearance might mislead us, but their content brings what our bodies need. Strategic recharging, using targeted PEMF therapy daily to manually override the chaotic signals of the modern environment and force the nervous system back into a parasympathetic, regenerative state. The true power of biohacking lies in moving past biochemical interventions, like supplements, and manipulating the body's biophysics. Pulsed electromagnetic field, PEMF, therapy does exactly this. It isn't magic, it is the application of fundamental physics to induce regenerative healing at the cellular level. If PEMF heals via electromagnetism, why does the electromagnetism from a 5G router or Wi-Fi cause oxidative stress? It comes down to signal coherence. PEMF, healing, versus electrosmog, harmful. Pulsed, allowing the cell to rest between beats versus continuous, bombarding the cell without relief. Ultra-low, 1 to 100 Hz, matching natural biology versus ultra-high, gigahertz, foreign to biological evolution. Coherent, organized waveforms, square, sine, sawtooth versus chaotic, digitally modulated, and disorganized. Your body perceives the organized, low-frequency pulse of PEMF as a biological tuning fork, signaling the nervous system to drop into a regenerative parasympathetic state. Conversely, it perceives the high-frequency, continuous, chaotic noise of Wi-Fi as an environmental stressor, triggering a defensive, oxidative response. Were you aware of these not-so-subtle differences? Share your observations in the comments. Thank you. We hope that information we shared with you inspired you to make more conscious decisions in regard to your and your dear one's wellness. Please check the links in video description. Like and share this video with someone who might benefit from knowing what we mentioned here. Thank you for watching.